Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a number of readings. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I've gotten good ideas from viewers and patrons alike. So I've got a lot of readings. I'm going to start with Bolton. I want to see what is going on with that guy because it's really interesting, isn't it? Now, he told, wasn't it Yovanovitch, to go ahead to talk about the Ukraine call to the head of national security, right? And she did that. I'm wondering what he did then. I'm not about to think that he didn't do anything himself, right? And I'm kind of wondering, of course, what his testimony is going to look like. So, Spirit, please let us know something about John Bolton. Let us know what's going on with him, what's been going on with him. I'm just curious. Okay, so let's see. In the heart of the matter, we have the Page of Wands. He has a goal. He intends to testify. That's what I'm getting there. He does intend to testify. He's focusing on that right now. That's his new goal. The Star card, hope. That's the challenge. He's nervous. I feel his energy. He's a little nervous about this. How is this going to go? You know, he's been around long enough to know that behaving honorably doesn't necessarily guarantee anything in Washington, you know? So I think he's having a little trouble feeling hopeful about it and looking, he's having a little trouble focusing on, being kind of idealistic. He needs to return to some idealism. He's not an idealist. He is not. He's having a little trouble staying focused on the prize, on the goal, on the star, Yeah. And I do feel like I do feel this sort of, gosh, he's in a conundrum. Because he feels the need to speak openly about this. I have to say, in large part, to protect himself, but also, he still feels some loyalty to Republicans. Of course he does. And conservative Republicans, and he doesn't want to cross them either. So I feel some real, he's preparing hard. He's preparing hard for testifying and he really needs to know more to know what tack to take. Underneath it all, we have the Two of Swords. So there's some indecision here. He's got a decision to make. Okay. He wants more information. There is something really perplexing this guy. The Empress in the past. Yeah, it just got unbearable. You know what I mean? Like the Empress in her 9th month. It was just like this and this and this and this corrupt act, corrupt conversation. And it built up and built up, and it gave birth to him going, yes. And this new goal. We have the Ace of Swords. Yes. See, now that's what the indecision is about, and the Two of Swords. The Ace of Swords is the truth that's being offered by Spirit. Grab it. Bring it out. He has some ambivalence about how much he will say. He certainly wants to protect himself, though. I feel like he does want to talk about the Ukraine call, for sure. But he's a little bit guarded about if they ask about a lot more, many more things. He intends to draw a line somewhere, I think. Or he thinks he will. Not sure he can. So he's got more information he needs. That's why the Two of Swords lady still has her blindfold on. There's more info he needs to decide. The Knight of Coins in the immediate environment. He's going to work. He's doing what he needs to do. Yeah, I mean, that could be, working, or that could be just working on his case, or, doing what he needs to do to increase his stability, increase his security. That's really it. He is thinking about doing what is correct, doing what is expected of him, doing what will protect his future earning power, his money. He is thinking about that too in the immediate future. I gotta say, you guys, I get an energy from him that's very self-serving. I just do. I wouldn't say this is a guy who is wanting to share all this information out of noble impulse. I'm sorry, but I feel a lot of self-serving stuff. So when he said Giuliani was like a hand grenade going to blow them all up, see, he was thinking of the trouble he could get into, and his career could get into, and his reputation could get into. That's what he was thinking of. Yes, more than his duty. It's sort of like, what am I required to do in this situation? What could I get in trouble for not doing in this situation? Those were the kinds of thoughts he was having about that. Okay, well, at the root of the matter is the Eight of Swords. I know he doesn't want to be in legal trouble. He doesn't want to go to jail. He has been worried about that. That's the self-serving, he doesn't want to do anything illegal, In the immediate environment, we have the Seven of Coins. He certainly doesn't feel safe. He certainly doesn't feel like taking this job was worth it. Absolutely not. In the hopes and fears, we have the Sun. Yeah. He's hoping for the joy of the sun, but he's fearing the light of the sun, the harsh daylight. What will be illuminated? We have the Judgment card for the outcome. Clarity. He makes a decision. Yeah, I actually think it goes well for him. The testimony does. Yep, I actually think it goes well for him. And I do think he decides to share quite a lot. More than, he's wanting to make sure that it would be a good idea to share this and that and the other. We have the Hermit card reversed. Okay, the way his testimony goes, actually, I think it benefits him in a way. It brings him company, brings him some kudos, actually. He escapes the isolation of the White House that way. Three of Wands, waiting for his ship to come in. I feel like that's not entirely positive. I feel like that clarification is there's ambiguity in that, like he doesn't know exactly what's going to be on that ship, but he's watching and he's waiting. Okay, well, that's really very interesting. Let's see about this Two of Swords, the Empress twice. So it's kind of been like, okay, what can he handle? I want to make sure that you guys can see this, by the way. I'm going to turn that down so you can see everything. So he kind of wants to make a decision. He has to make a decision because the pressure is just built up and built up. There's a lot there. Pregnant with the possibility. I mean, my gosh, he could tell them tales. Holy moly. And that's why he's deciding how much should he tell them. Should he tell them things about other issues they don't even know to ask about, and all that kind of thing. So, gosh, yeah. But this is really pressing on him. His new beginning. This would be his new beginning. And I do think he fares all right through this. All right. And I do think he spills a lot, actually. But make no mistake, I don't know if it's because he's being entirely honorable or simply, doing what is safest for him to do. Yeah. Yeah. Because that comment, Giuliani's like a hand grenade's going to blow us all up. I think, I don't think he was talking about war. I don't think he was talking about national security. I think he was talking about reputation. I think he was talking about career, safety, all those things. Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about. So, Spirit, is there anything else you want us to know about Bolton and his testimony? Page of Coins, 9 of Coins, and 6 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, it's like he gets a new job. It's like, oh, now you're, informant, right? You know, and actually that reflects well upon him. It actually does more for his reputation than he may deserve. Gosh, I hate to say that, but I think so. He does have some experience, though, with this 9 of Coins. He's got some know-how. He's been around the block, so I think he handles it in a way that is safe and leaves him looking relatively good here. Okay, compared to some others in the administration, that's for sure. All right, well, I thank you so much. We looked in on Bolton. Happy to leave that energy behind. Not that he's a terrible guy, but, he's very worldly. Let's put it that, his concerns are worldly. So I will talk to you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.